Hey guys! So it's finally time to make an introduction or walkthrough video of the Tamagotchi for you. I have been running this ever since I got it in October, and this is the blue Tamagotchi for you, which is my absolute favorite color of the four that you can get. I did an unboxing video of my purple Tamagotchi for you, where I also showed you how to start it up and I showed you the hatching process. So in this video, I'm gonna go through all of the icons and show you all of its options and features and menus and all that. So first off, the Tamagotchi for You was released in Japan exclusively on September 27, and the target demographic is children and women in their 20s. This is a lot simpler version than the previous one, which surprised a lot of people, myself included. It's really easy to take care of, and they left out a lot of features. But even though they did that, they have also introduced a few new features. For example, there is the the faceplate that you can take off or take out and then pop in another one, so you can customize it as you wish. And Bandai has released different faceplates with different designs and styles. This is not exactly new. This was used on the Tamago as well. And a lot of people have been using resin to make their own customized faceplates, and many of them are just so super cool. So I have bought this faceplate as well that is released by Bandai, and this is the purple one, and this is the box for the American comic one that I have on my blue one. So I only had two so far. So that's the faceplate. They left out the infrared port that's usually on top here, and instead this Tamagotchi is using NFC technology that you can see by this symbol right here at the back. And NFC technology was used on the Tamagotchi Friends as well. And with the NFC, you can download content from the Tamagotchi for You app. That was also released with the Tamagotchi. And the app, however, does not work on all devices or tablets. I know for certain that it works on the Nexus 7 tablet and the Samsung Galaxy S5 phone. But since I'm an Apple geek and I have an iPad and iPhone, I have not been able to use the app, so I rely on the touch cards that have been released as well. And the touch cards work similar to the app. You just place your Tamagotchi to the touch card, and then you can download characters and items. So this is the first touch card that was released, the Rolachi card. But this is not sold separately. These were given away for free when you bought one of the first Tamagotchi for use that were released. So this is Rolachi. I got this off of eBay, but it was sold for a really high price. So that's a real bummer. The second one that was released is sold separately, which is the Aikatsu touch card set, where you can get a faceplate and a Tamagotchi touch card, Tamagotchi for You touch card as well. So that's nice. So these work kind of like the pierces on the Tamagotchi piece, where you can get extra content. But the other ones that have been released since then are just like this one. They have only been given away for free when you buy a Tamagotchi for You. So there is the Paku Paku touch card, a Pianichi touch card, and a Christmas themed Rolachi card. And you can get those on eBay, but for ridiculous prices. So that's a bummer. Another thing that I have gotten is a guidebook for the Tamagotchi for You that I find super helpful, even though it is in Japanese, because it has a lot of informations and on the different characters, for example, growth charts, a list of their happy symbols, and just cute cartoons. They're just adorable. So I'm really happy to have this. It's really helpful. So this is the Tamagotchi for You guidebook. And then there is my box for the purple Tamagotchi for You. and the box for my blue Tamagotchi for you. And they've also released lanyards, charm straps, covers or cozies or whatever you call it, and deco sets to decorate your faceplate or Tamagotchi. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, since the Tamagotchi for you is quite simple and you can download a lot, they only have it only has 10 built-in characters in this one. So yeah, so it relies a lot on downloads. So get the For You app if you really want to enjoy this one. Okay, so that's basically it. And now I'm going to go and show you all of the icons. So the first icon is the scale icon, where you can see the status of your character. Here you can see your character's hungry level and happiness level, and your character's name, gender, age, weight, and gotchi points, and the skills that your character has learned. There are 3 basic skills that it can learn as a toddler and 5 skills that it can learn as an adult when it goes to the hobby center. And on the first screen, there are all of the happy items that you can collect. Your character has certain favorite items, and you have to figure out what those are. You have to find out at least 3 of them, and then when it has been an adult for 48 hours, the 4th one unlocks. And when you've got all of these 4-leaf clovers, you have reached Tamatoma level. And so that goes into the album that's down here. So it goes into the Tamatomo friend list. Then we have your profile. Here you can see your username and the mood that you're in. Each day your character asks you what mood you're in, so you can choose from many smiley faces. There's a happy, I don't really know what that is, but there's a regular happy, sad, miserable, ecstatic. So that's happy. And then you can just exit out. And on the next page, you can enter your birthday, age, zodiac sign, hobby, favorite color, favorite food, favorite person, and occupation. And in the third option, we have the settings for the Tamagotchi itself. In the first one, we have the date and time that you can change as you please. And in the second one, you can change the banner where the icons are. So there are a few to choose from. And I like that one the most with this comic faceplate. And then we have the, what do you call it? The brightness of the screen that you can set to high or low. I like keeping mine at medium. And lastly, we have the sound on or off. So that's the scale icon. Next, we have the connection icon. Here you can send your profile over to another Tamagotchi. You can connect with another Tamagotchi for you. And when you do that, you can either play a game, exchange items, take a photo, or marry. And you can also connect with the For You app by choosing this one. And the last one is for when you want to connect with the touch cards and touch bots. I think. I haven't tried that out yet, but I'm quite sure that's what it's for. Then we have another connection icon that's a bit different. And here there is a bingo game and a slot machine game. I think you use this with the Tamagotchi For You app. But since I don't have the app, I haven't been able to play this, so I'm not quite sure how that works. Then we have the food icon. Here you have the refrigerator, where there's a bowl of rice. And he is an adult, so he hates it. He does not like to eat that. That's for babies. So let's just skip that animation. And then there's a cookie that fills up his happiness. And then there's the restaurant. And he's greeted by Meichi. and you also see one of your previous characters. They come and join you for dinner. So you can either choose to have a meal or a snack or dessert. So here are some of the meals that you can choose from. And I have a 50% discount, which is nice because many of the items on this Tamagotchi are quite expensive. And here are the desserts. I also have a 50% discount on this one. So that was the restaurant and the food icon. Then we have the 4-leaf clover icon. That's usually the medicine icon, but in this case, it has several options in it. The first one is to praise your character, to scold your character, to talk to your character, and this you can use whenever it packs up its bags and is about to leave, so you can kind of like persuade them to stay. And I've used that successfully a few times. And this is the medicine option for when it's depressed or sick or has a toothache. And then there's the nanny function that is free, unlike the Tamagotchi piece. And you can leave your Tamagotchi with the nanny between 7 a.m. and 4:59 p.m. And you can also do that even though your character is an adult. So that's really nice if you don't have time to take care of it. And he's happy to see me again. Okay. Come on. So, moving on to the next one. There's the toilet icon. Here are also several options. The first one is the regular when he needs to go to the bathroom. The second one is when he needs to take a bath or brush his teeth. I think it's all in one. So he takes a bath and then brushes his teeth afterwards. Then there's the cleaning the room, the vacuum cleaning option. So you do not have to buy a vacuum cleaner in this Tamagotchi. And lastly, there's the closet, where all of your clothes and accessories go that you have purchased from Tama Depa. So here are my clothes. I don't have that many. And my accessories. So yeah, so that's the toilet icon. Then we have the door icon. Here you have Tama Depa, that is now a mall, and the park, that's the hobby center or school, and the Matchmaker. So let's go to Tama Depa first. That is now a mall. So there are several department stores in this one. Yes. So the first one is the arcade, where you can play 2 games. And the first one is a bowling game. Here you just have to stop the arrow when it's in the red zone. And then he gets a strike. And you have to do this 5 times. And in the second one, there's a spaceship game where you have to avoid hitting the asteroids or meteors. And you have to press left or right by pressing the A or B button. And this goes on for, I think you have to avoid it 10 times. So that's the spaceship game. And whenever you win those games, you get 200 Gotchi points. In the second one, we have the where you can buy wallpapers for your living room. And she is greeting us. Let's just skip that. So these are the wallpapers that you can buy. And yeah, so they're all 500 Gotchi points. Then we have Tama Depa, where you can buy toys and items. And let's just skip the text. And yeah, so there are some of the items that you can buy and toys. And they're quite expensive as well. And lastly, there is the Matchmaker. I am not going to marry mine off, so I'm sorry, no, it's not the Matchmaker. I'm babbling. It's it's Tamamori, where you can buy clothes and accessories, of course. So the first one is clothes, all the different outfits. Really cute and expensive. And accessories, hats and whatnot. So yeah, so that was Tamamori. So that was Depa. Now we're back to the main screen. The second one is the park. And at the park, you have two options. You can either go to the park itself and talk to different characters. So that was the first option. So when you do that, you can either, talk to characters, meet 3 sellers at the park from 7 to 8:59 a.m. Or you can meet the eco triplets from on the 1st, 10th, and the 20th in each month. And you can meet them from 10 a.m. to 2:59 p.m. And then you help them clean up the park, and you get a special item that gives you either a discount at the restaurant and cafe or at Tama Depa. And I'm not quite sure about the third item, but I think that it gives you a 50% discount with the sellers that you meet at the park. So yeah, so that was the park. But there is a second option as well. And there is a dancing game. So you actually have 3 games in this one that are built in. All you have to do is mimic what goes on the screen. You have to press, it says A or B above their heads. So you have to press either A or B, the buttons. And you have to do this 10 times. And you get 200 Gotchi points if you win the game. And your character also loses 10 grams. So that's good if you want your character to lose weight. So I think that was all for the park, I guess. Yeah. And you cannot get pets in this Tamagotchi, so that's a bummer. And then we have the hobby center or school. And here your character can go from 7 a.m. to 4:59 p.m. as an adult only. And in order to go to school, you need 5 items. No, sorry, you need 6 items. And I'll show you that later, which items you need. You need 1 item for each class. So first you have science class, then you have sewing class, and I think that was sports class, and art class, and lastly there was cooking class. So let's show you the science class where they build a robot. And you get a badge for each course that you have successfully, how do you say it, that you graduate from or whatever. And it depends on which character you have, how many times you need to go in order to get that badge. It takes from 3 to 10 times. So some characters are better at some classes than others. So that was the hobby center. And then we have the matchmaker. Where you can marry your character off when he's an adult. So she's gonna bring out 3 girls that are gonna tell us a bit about themselves. So like name and hobbies and stuff like that, I think. So there's one. I'm just gonna skip through it all. There's Hima's Betsy. She's cute. Yeah. And the last one. It's cute how shy he is. And Memechi. And what's cool with this one is that even though you're a toddler, you can still go to the matchmaker, but because you can't marry, instead you help out by making a wedding cake. So that's a fun animation as well. And then you can choose from one of the 3 girls, which one of them you want to marry. So yeah, so that's the door icon. And then we're heading to the treasure chest. And the first icon is where all of your items are. This is one item that you need in order to go to the hobby center, the book and pencil. And you need this one for science class, and that's for sewing class. This is for the sports class, and art class, and cooking class. So those are essentials that you need. And the rest is just, toys. Then we have special items. I got this one from the Eco Triplets at the park when I helped them clean up the park. So I think this gives you a 50% discount with the sellers at the park, but that has not been confirmed yet, so I'm not quite sure. And this fork gives you a 50% discount at the restaurant. And I need the bag that gives you a discount at the Tama Depa. And then we have, I think bingo cards go into there and coupons go into there. You get actual coupons that you can use in Japan. And then we have the album. And here you have a list of all the characters you've collected so far that have reached Tamatoma level. So, yeah, those are all the ones that I have right now. So far, I mean. And then you have a list of all the characters you've connected with, or Tamagotchis you've connected with. And that was, the photo album. Whenever you've connected with another one and you've taken a photo, that goes into there. And this is a diary, I think. And the last one is seasonal decoration, but I'm not quite sure why mine are gray. I don't know if you have to use that with the app or something like that, but never mind. And the last icon you can't see right now, but that's the attention icon for whenever your Tamagotchi needs something. So yeah, so that's all of the icons. Let's go outside. And one thing that's cool about this one is that your house actually changes. So it depends on how often you've connected your Tamagotchi by using the NFC technology. So the first time your house changes is when you've used it 4 times, and then again when you've used it 20 times, and then 100, and then you get a big castle when you've when you've connected 1,000 times. So that's gonna take me a while. But right now I'm at the I think this is the 3rd house that you can get. So that's when you've connected 20 times. You also meet people at the in your backyard from was it from 8 to 8:59 a.m., 1 to 1:59 p.m., and from 5 to 5:59 p.m. And these people are going to ask you to make them some items or either do a performance, and then you can make money. They will give you either 500, 1,000, or 2,000 Gotchi points. And you can only give them or successfully make them these items when you have all of the badges from Hobby Center or from the school. So that's a great way to earn some extra cash. So yeah, I guess that's it. And then we have the clock, and you can change here if you want it to PM or military time. And yeah. One thing that I left out with this Tamagotchi for you is the teen stage. So the growth chart goes from toddler, from baby stage to toddler, and then right to adult stage, and then they have introduced a new stage that they call the post-adult form. So it depends on what care you have given your adult characters. So you can either give it a good care or a bad care, and they will change accordingly. And these are all of the built-in characters that can change. I'm not quite sure how the downloadable characters. I don't know if they have post-adult forms, but the built-in characters do. So yeah, so that's basically all that I have to tell you about the Tamagotchi for you. I'm liking it a lot. It's really simple. It's easy to take care of, but can be boring in the long run when you don't have the Tamagotchi for You app with all of the downloads and games and stuff like that. But I'm enjoying it. I'm still enjoying it, so that's good. And I hope this video was helpful, even though it was really lengthy. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye!